Hello, I'm Tom Booker, Senior Instructor. Thank you for joining me. This is our Honors A lesson for this week. During this lesson, the skills we'll be working with are the twin pressing palmheel block, which is this. We'll also be having a look at the inner edge crescent kick. That. And finally, we will be working with the third section of your pattern, Joong-Gun Hyung. We'll be naming techniques as we go. We can't do something properly if we don't know what it is. But we'll be having a good look at all these skills. We're working toward memorizing the pattern, but our first step on the road is just learning the names of the techniques. So let's get into our lesson together.
Okay, let's take a look at the twin pressing palm heel block. Okay, basically, we do this block in a front stance. Okay, front knee bent, back leg straight, good front stance. Okay, we're going to position your hands like the front hand's going to be palm down on your front knee, and your other hand is going to be palm up about shoulder height, just like so. Okay, then what you're going to do is, when you do form this block, you're going to come down and your hands are going to cross right about in front of your chest and basically switch positions like so. Okay, make sure your hands, fingers tight, thumb against your fingers. Okay, so usually we do this in the pattern, we do it slow. So you're going to go like this, hands meet but not touch, like so. Let's do it a couple more times. And okay, so basically we use this block to defend against a double shoulder grab or double tough guy attack. I'm going to have Mr. Thompson assist me. Let's have put you over here, Mr. Thompson. Okay, so I'm going to have Mr. Thompson do a double shoulder grab attack. So, attack. Okay, so the lower hand's going to come up inside, underneath, and the upper hand's going to come down, basically breaking the hold, just like that. So, let's try that again. Okay. Twin shoulder grab attack. Okay. Okay. Lower hand comes up, upper hand comes down, just like that, to break the grab. Okay. Do it one more time. Okay, ready? And go. Okay, very good. And then, of course, you want to get to a wedge guard and move away. So, very simple technique. Let's do it one more time. Okay. Double shoulder grab attack. And just like so. And then break away, just like that. Thank you, Mr. Thompson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the twin pressing palm heel block. Okay, so now we're going to look at the inner crescent kick. Okay, inner crescent kick is quite unusual. It's we do the kick and we do it with a straight leg. Okay, we use a lot of kicks where with the front snap kick we're bending the knee and snapping our foot up. But with the inner crescent kick, you're keeping that leg nice and straight. So we do this in a front stance. So what you want to do is you want to bring your knee up and across to the inside. Okay, it's an inner crescent kick. So basically, it's this motion, like so. So make sure the leg is straight, and you come down and you can step down from that position. So let me do it a couple times. Okay, bring the foot up, bring it inside, and then down. Ready? And let me do it from the other side. Okay, bring that foot up, come down. And foot up, come down. Okay, we're also not pointing our toes. We're actually pulling our, we're not pointing our toes, we're pulling our foot back like this. Like so. Okay, So I'm going to have Mr. Thompson assist me, and we'll demonstrate inner crescent kick. Okay, get a good front stance. Okay, I want to bring my foot upright in this position, about belt high. I'm going to come across to the inside. Okay, come across, step down. Okay, now make sure when you're doing this that you're not coming across like this, because that is a very defensive position you want to be in. So you really want to just hit your target and then drop down, like so. Okay. And like so. Let's start the other side. Cross. And okay, so we do this kick from a front stance. Okay, it's kind of hard to do from a back stance, so make sure you have a good front stance. Let me do it one more time from this side. Just demonstrate good front stance. So cross like that, and come across. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Yes, sir. Okay, so that's the inner crescent kick and the twin crescent palmheel walk.
We'll be working together on the third section of Joong-Gun Hyung. We'll review the first two sections. We're really going to focus on the third section. And again, what we're going to be doing is just naming the techniques, the various skills as we go along, just to make sure that we've got it very clear in our own minds what everything is. I can't do something correctly if I don't know what it is. Now, in this third section of Joong-Gun Hyung, we're going to see a combination of techniques that we don't see anywhere else. The individual techniques you've certainly seen before. The double inner forearm block. This is a fairly common one. The lunge punch from the fixed stance position. Not quite so common, but you do see it in our other patterns. And the back leg side kick. Again, that one is quite common. I think that is one that most of our students are nice and familiar with at this point. But we're going to be putting them together. Now, the way this is going to work, let's have a look at this just from the side to begin with. For my double inner forearm block, I'm chambering here, fist to fist. I'm shifting into a front stance, coming across and through here. Then, my front arm is going to pull into my hip. My back arm extends out away. I'm going to take this front leg, shift it across long and low into a fixed stance, and lunge punch with it. Now this looks a bit like an L stance, but it's a bit longer and a bit lower. My weight is equally taken on both legs here. It's really closer to the horse stance. Think of a horse stance with one foot turned out to the side. That's your fixed stance. All right, then from here, cup and saucer, I'm going to bring my back leg up and around, back leg side kick, like that. Kicking from a fixed stance position is pretty unusual. And putting these three techniques together in this combination, again, is highly unusual. Joong-Gun Hyung is the only pattern where we're going to see these put together in quite this way. So let's have a look from the front. What we're going to have is fist to fist, stepping forward into a front stance, double inner forearm block here. Then my front hand pulls in, my back hand comes out. I'm going to shift across to make my fixed stance, lunge punch. Then I'm going to cup and saucer on my front hip. And up and around, side kick, like that. All right, let's take one more look at this. Fist to fist here for my chamber, stepping out into my front stance, double inner forearm block, then front hand pulls in, back arm extends out, I'm shifting across, keeping low, lunge punch from the fixed stance, cup and saucer, side kick. I would suggest at this point, pause the video for a moment, maybe run it back a little bit, have a look at that combination again, and just work through that combination with the video 2 or 3 times just to get the feeling for it, because the feeling of this is very unusual. It can take a little bit of getting used to. You work with it a few times, you will get used to the feeling of it. But at first, putting these 3 skills together in this way can feel a little awkward. Now, once you've done that, come back to this point, and then we'll carry further forward with Joong-Gun Hyung. All right, now we'll review the first 2 sections of the pattern, naming each technique as we go, each skill. We're really going to focus on that 3rd section. Ready position is closed, ready stance, B. I'm going to look, ridge hand block, and I'm in a tiger stance. Front snap kick, then step through, palm heel upset block, and I'm in an L stance here. Then turn, ridge hand block, and I'm in a tiger stance. Front snap kick, step through, palm heel upset block. Again, we're back in our L stance. Then, knife hand guarding block. I'm in an L stance here. And then, grab, shift. So now I'm in a front stance. Upset elbow strike. And step through, knife hand guarding block. Again, I'm in an L stance here. Grab, shift. So now I'm in a front stance. Upset elbow strike. Then moving into the 2nd section. Twin high punch. Pull back in. Double upset punch. Then we're going to turn. X block high. Then look to my left. Back fist, and I'm in an L stance here, break away, and then shift. So now I'm in a front stance, reverse punch. And I'm looking to my right. Stepping together, right foot steps out here, back fist, and I'm in an L stance, break away, and now I shift to put myself into a front stance, reverse punch. All right, now that's the end of section 2. Let's move on to section 3. My fists come together. My right foot steps to my left. So just for a moment here, I'm in a closed stance. Then my left foot is going to step out into a front stance, double inner forearm block. Then left hand pulls in. Right hand is out. I'm going to shift my left foot across, lunge punch, and I'm in a fixed stance here. Then cup and saucer on my front hip. I'm bringing this back leg up and around, side kick. I set it down in front of me, I'm fist to fist here. Double inner forearm block. We're going to repeat our combination. Right hand in, left hand out. Right leg shifts across. Lunge punch. Again, I'm down low in a fixed stance. Cup and saucer on my front hip, my right hip. This back leg, my left leg, is coming up and around now. Side kick. And then setting down into an L stance, guarding block. Back to ready. Okay. All right, that's as far as we're going to go in this lesson. Now let's take another run through that third section of the pattern. All right, from that final back fist, breakaway, shift, reverse punch, fists come together. Right foot steps to the left, left foot steps out, double inner forearm block. Left hand in and right hand out. Lunge punch, cup and saucer. Now with the right leg, side kick, fists together, then double inner forearm block, right hand in, left hand out. We're going to shift, lunge punch, cup and saucer, side kick, guarding block. And I'm in an L stance here at the end. Again, back to ready. Okay. All right, let's have a look at this from the opposite side. All right, so let's start about here. There's the back fist, break away, shift, and reverse punch. Fists together. My right foot steps to my left foot steps out. Double inner forearm block. Left hand in, right hand out. Lunge punch, cup and saucer, side kick, and then fists together. Double inner forearm block. Left hand out, right hand in. Shift, lunge punch, cup and saucer, side kick, and guarding block. Back to ready. Okay. All right, let's take one more run through the first three sections of Joong-Gun together, and we'll look at it from the back. Joong-Gun. Ridge hand block, front snap kick, palm heel upset block. Ridge hand block, front snap kick, palm heel upset block. Knife hand guarding block, grab, shift, upset elbow strike. Knife hand guarding block, grab, shift, upset elbow strike. Twin high punch, double upset punch, X block high, back fist, breakaway, shift, reverse punch. Back fist, breakaway, shift, reverse punch. All right, now our new section. Double inner forearm block. Lunge punch. Cup and saucer. Side kick. Double inner forearm block. Ready? Lunge punch. Cup and saucer. Side kick. Guarding block. Back to ready. Okay. Very good. That is the third section of Joong-Gun, where we're using double inner forearm block. We're using the lunge punch from the fixed stance, and we are using our back leg side kick in combination with each other. As you practice with that section, take your time with it. This is not a combination that's meant to go real fast. Just take your time with it. Try to keep good control over the block, the punch, and the kick. And just get used to how they work together, because the feeling of this is very different.